Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everybody, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know, guys. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Okay, great. So, can you guys let me know what have we learned in our yesterday's class, guys? Can you guys let me know what have we learned in our yesterday's class, guys? Can you guys let me know what have we learned in our yesterday's class? Learned about the alert function, console.log. We learned about prompt. We learned about variables. We learned about naming variables as well. What are the rules associated with naming a variable? Anything else, guys, that we have learned about in our yesterday's class? Today we'll be learning about functions, guys. Yesterday we had learned about some of the basics of JavaScript. Today our main goal is to learn about functions and how to create our very own functions. Okay. Up till now we are able to understand one thing about functions, that functions are basically somebody has written a long piece of code and you are easily able to just use the name of the function to use it. For example, let me give you an example right now. Give me a second, guys. So, how many of you know who this is? How many of you know who this is? Like, he's Nezuko's brother. So, how many of you have an understanding about who this is? How many of you have an understanding about who this is? Tanjiro. Okay, great. So, many of you might be familiar with Tanjiro. Many of you might not be familiar with Tanjiro. So, Demon Slayer is one of the OG animes that are currently going on. And if you have not seen that, okay, as a programmer, most of the programmers are into anime. In some of the superstitions and some of the things that people assume about people. So programmers are into gaming. I'm not into gaming at all, but I'm into anime a bit. But still, so this is Tanjiro. Okay. So I'll introduce Tanjiro to you guys. Okay, Tanjiro is one of the most famous demon slayers that there is. He is the person who will be killing the main villain of the entire story. He has a black colored katana blade, and again, he is just amazing, and he has a little sister called Nezuko, who is a demon. Now anytime that you are in a demon world itself and demons are attacking you, I've introduced Tanjiro to you. I've told everything about him, that he has a sun flame style of killing people, as well as a water style of killing demons, not people. So anytime that you are stuck, now that I've introduced you to Tanjiro, I've told you guys that okay, this is Tanjiro, these are all the features of Tanjiro, this is what Tanjiro can do for you itself. Then anytime that you are in the world, right now we don't have demons, but anytime that you are in the world of Demon Slayer itself and demons are attacking you, so you won't be describing to the demon that I know a guy who is Tanjiro, he can do all these type of stuff. Okay, he can cut you like this, he can do that, and all this kind of stuff itself. And you won't do that. What you would be doing is you'll be calling Tanjiro. Okay, you'll be calling Tanjiro. Although I've introduced you to him. Okay, I've told this is Tanjiro. These are all the features for Tanjiro itself. Now, when you use when you want to utilize the powers of Tanjiro, you want to use him to kill a particular demon that is harassing you. So you will be calling him by his name. That Tanjiro, please come and help me. Okay, Tanjiro, please come and help me itself. Okay, so the exact same thing happens in functions as well. There is a particular function, let's assume that it's the alert function. The alert function can create a notification. The alert function can show a notification to you, all these kind of stuff. I've told everything about it. Somebody has created this particular function itself. Now, when you want to use it, okay, now when you want to use it at that particular point of time, you will be saying that, okay, call it the function, okay, call the alert function itself. You won't be describing right over there that, okay, all these different stuff alert is doing, or you won't be coding it from scratch. You just be calling it by its name, that alert, come and help me, come and show me a notification itself. Are you guys able to understand it? Please do let me know, guys. There's no sync in what you're saying and what you're teaching. Okay, so I'm trying to make you guys understand how functions work using an example that is not related to programming, so that you guys don't get bored. Otherwise, I will be also like the old ass professor of your college and will be like, functions, this is the definition, you learn it, you memorize it, and now fuck off from the class. I don't want to be like that. Okay, I want to try to make things interesting so that you guys are also like, oh, that's nice. That is something that I've heard for the first time. I'm able to relate to it. I'm enjoying the class as well. So I'll pay a little bit more attention in the class. Okay. So are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand it? Please do let me know, guys. Good. So that is how functions work. Although we will be understanding functions using examples, using proper JavaScript and proper definitions as well. But just to get you a feel of the like topic, I'm just using this example. You guys are also like, great. Okay. So let's continue with that itself. Okay. So right now what we are going to do is we are going to learn about functions. Okay. So let us create our very first function first of all. Okay, let's start with the basics. Let's create our own function. Okay, up till now we have used functions like alert, we have used functions like prompt. These were created by somebody who had created JavaScript. Okay, now we don't want to utilize that. We want to create our very own function. Okay, for example, I want to call Tanjiro to kill 5 demons. I want to create a function for that to call Tanjiro. Okay, so the same thing we are going to do right now. What I'm going to do is, first of all, I will take this out. I will open up the live chat on my mobile phone so that I'm able to see you guys as well. Otherwise, you guys will be typing something, I'll be teaching, and there will be no sync between them. And I think so. The spelling of SIN, okay, sync is wrong right over there. That means decent. I think so. Sync has a different spelling, but no issues. Okay, and in today's class, at the end, I will want some feedback from you guys if it's possible. Okay, just it will take 2 minutes. I'll just sit for here. I will give you the attendance. You can go as well. But I want some feedback from you guys. I'm planning to start something from tomorrow onwards. So if you are interested in it, please just let me know so that I'm able to do it accordingly. I don't want to waste my time or your time. That is the reason why. Okay, so let's get started. So what I'm going to do is, again, we'll go back to the source. If you guys remember, yesterday we had used that snippets. Okay, I told you guys about it yesterday. So what we are going to do is right click, open up inspect, just like yesterday. You're having console, element, sources, network. I want you guys to go to sources. Okay, and inside of sources itself, we want to open up a new snippet. Okay, right over here we have created a new snippet called as Shaura.js, and we are going to use that to write our code. So I don't want this on the left hand side, so I'm going to click on this particular button called as hide navigator. Okay, I'm going to click on this particular button on the left hand side of Shaura.js, hide navigator. That will just hide it, and we are able to see our code right over here. Now we need to create our very first function. Okay, and I'm going to call that function as greeting. Okay, I'm going to call that function as greeting. So that is the name of the function, guys, greeting. To create a function, it's very simple, just like variables. Okay, when you are creating a variable, you start off with the word var. That means that whatever you are creating is a variable. Then you have the name of the variable itself, that is rent, is equals to whatever the value that rent contains. Now think about functions as the exact same thing, where the value that you're storing inside of that particular variable name is not a value but a piece of code. Okay, it's a piece of code. Now if I want to create a greeting, okay, if I want to create a greeting, what that greeting should look like, let's first do that. First, I want to have a var name is equals to prompt. what is your name? So I'm going to take in an input from the user. Okay, var name is equals to prompt what is your name. Okay, then after that we are going to have Ganesh Kusumbe. Last QR code not working yesterday class. Ganesh Kusumbe, everything is working. It always works. There's no issues in that. If you're coming to the class live, you're listening to me carefully, if you're understanding everything, then there will be no issues with the QR code as well. Okay, so everybody in the live chat can vouch for me that the QR code was working absolutely fine. There was no issues in that. If it was not working, that means you were not listening to me carefully, and that is up to you. So there's nothing that I can do for you in that particular case. So the var name is equals to prompt what is your name, and I want to show an alert to the user as well. I want to show an alert to the user. Hi Shaurya, or whatever the name that he's entering. So hi, whatever the name that the user has entered. Like welcome to DevTown. Okay, welcome to DevTown. This is the message I want to showcase to the user. I want to showcase a notification which says hi, whatever the name that the user has entered. Let's assume that Shaurya. He has entered Shaurya. So hi Shaurya, welcome to DevTown. This is the message that I want to showcase to the user in a notification itself. Creating a notification, I want to create an alert. So I'll be using an alert right over here. So ALERT alert, and then inside of it we are going to have right over here alert, and then hi. So now in strings, okay, whatever we are using right over here, okay, this is called as a string itself. Okay, this is called as a string data type. The data type of this particular value is called as a string. Okay, because it's a string, just like a string is like a thread. So a string of characters, a string of string of pools are there. So like here we are having a string of characters, means characters are brought in together. So we call them as a string of characters itself. So right over here we are having hi, we are going to have space, and I can concatenate. So what do you mean by concatenation? Concatenation means the act of attaching two strings together. Okay, the act of attaching two strings together. For example, right over here I can have console.log, and then we can have hello plus LD world commas. So these are two strings. I can use the addition symbol on it. Okay, these are two strings, and we are able to use the addition symbol on it to join or combine or to attach two strings together, and this process is called as concatenation. The proper term, you cannot use join or combine or attach or all these type of stuff. You have to use concatenation. This is called as the proper like terminology for it. Okay, but to make you guys understand, I'm using the term like joining, attaching, appending, all these type of terms right over here. So when I'm running this particular line of code, you will be able to see that hello and world, these were two strings that were now combined to form a single string itself. Now if I want to have a space in between, then I can add multiple strings together. I can have multiple strings together as well. So right over here I'm having hello, I'm attaching a space right over here, and then world at the end. Okay, so hello plus space plus world. So as soon as I'm pressing enter right over here, you are able to see hello world, hello space world printed on your screen. Okay, hello space world printed on your screen. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Great, amazing, guys, amazing. The same thing we are going to use right over here as well to create an alert, where we are going to concatenate hi and then a space. Okay, and then we are going to concatenate name, because that is also a string. You are taking in an input of a name of the user, so that is also a string itself. So hi plus name plus again a space, because name does not contain any spaces inside of it. Welcome to a comma, welcome to DevTown. Okay, so this is the alert that we are creating right over here. Hi Shaurya, welcome to DevTown. Okay, this is the sentence that we are creating right over here. We'll be saving it and we'll be running it. Now to run this, either I can click on this play button on the bottom, that is run snippet. Okay, that is the play button, and then control enter, or I can just press on control and enter. Okay, control and enter, whatever has been written right over there. Control and enter. So I'm getting a prompt, what is your name? I'll enter my name, Shaurya. As you're able to see, the first line of code is getting run. For name is equals to prompt. What is your name? So I'm getting a prompt. I'm entering my name, that is Shaurya, right over here. So it is getting saved inside a variable called as name, and then an alert is being generated that is saying, "Hi Shaurya, welcome to DevTown." Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Great. Amazing, guys. Amazing. You guys are so smart. Okay. So once I've completed this, because if it has been 2 days since I've been telling this, I'll tell this once again. For the first 2 to 3 days, whatever I'm doing inside of right over here, you cannot do it in your mobile. Listen to me carefully, understand what I'm saying. Once we start with the React.js, that you will be able to do from your mobile phones as well. The project you will be able to do from your mobile phones as well. The first 2 to 3 days when I'm teaching JavaScript, you won't be able to do it from your mobile phone. You have to have a laptop for it. If you don't have a laptop for it, do not worry about it. Just listen to me carefully. You will be able to understand everything. Okay, like I said, when we'll be starting with React, you will be able to do it from your mobile phones. Okay, so now this is the code that we have written. Now every single time when a user is coming to my website, I don't want to write these 2 lines of code again and again and again and again. Every time a new user is coming to my website and I want to show a greeting to the user itself, I don't want to write these 2 lines of code again and again. It's a very repeated task. I don't want to do that. So for that reason itself, I'm going to create a function. I'm going to create a function. So instead of writing that 2 lines of code, I will be able to use that function every time that I want to create a greeting. Now to create a function, it's very simple. Just like a variable, start off by writing function, function, that is, you want to create a function. So you're defining, okay, I'm creating a function itself. Then the name of the function, here the name of the function that I'm giving to the function is greeting. Okay, I'm going to give a name to the function called as greeting right over here. So greeting, greeting, and then parenthesis. Okay, and then parenthesis. After this parenthesis, I want you guys to have a curly braces, and whatever code that you want this particular function to contain, whatever code that you want greeting to contain, that code is going to go inside of these curly braces. That code is going to go inside of these curly braces itself. So we'll cut these 2 lines of code. We will come back. We'll paste these 2 lines of code right over here. Okay. So as you're able to see, this is how you have been able to create your very first function. You have created your very first function. So as you're able to see right over here, function greeting, parenthesis and empty parenthesis right over here. We will understand what is the use of these empty parentheses later on. Right now, I want you guys to understand this. Okay, and then inside of curly braces, whatever code you want this particular function to create, okay, you will be putting it right over here. Now, if I'm saving this, okay, if I'm saving this and I'm trying to run this particular line, like Shaurya.js, if I'm trying to run this particular file, nothing is happening. I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting any prompt. I'm not getting any alert. Why is this happening? Okay, why is this happening? Right now, you have just created a function. I've just told you guys about Tanjiro. That this is Tanjiro. This is what he or he does. Okay, I've just told you. I've described you. I've created Tanjiro for you guys. Okay. Right over here as well, you have just created Tanjiro. Okay, you have just created the function called as greeting. But if you want to use that function, you need to call him. If you want to get help from Tanjiro, you need to call him by his name. Okay, so to be able to do that, what we want you guys to do is, we want you to call this function. We want you guys to call this function. Calling the function is very simple. Write the name of the function itself. Okay, greeting, greeting, then parenthesis, semicolon. As simple as that. Okay, greeting, parenthesis, semicolon. Why are you going so slow? Because Fareem, I'm able to understand that you are very fast. Even for me, this is very like easy. Should I skip it? Should I just skip React as well? Because that also I know should directly like do my project that I'm working upon. You guys won't even get the air out of it. Okay, you won't be able to understand anything. I don't want that to happen. You are smart, that's good. Not everybody is of the same level as you. We have to take every single person who is coming to this bootcamp, no matter from which background. People are there from commerce, people are there from maritime engineering, people are there from other, like not just from CSE, but every single background with no idea about what is programming as well. So we have to take everybody on the same boat with us so that nobody is drowning behind us. Okay, that is the reason why I'm going so slow, so that everybody is able to understand it. Okay. If you want to continue in the bootcamp, you can. If you feel that this is very slow for you, you can leave the bootcamp as well. You don't have to, like, there's no compulsion in staying in the bootcamp. I'm not saying that if you are not staying in this bootcamp, I will kill you or something. Nah, nah, nah. It's chill. Okay, you can leave the bootcamp. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, so right over here, this is called as calling a function. This is called as declaring a function. Okay, this is called as declaring a function. You are declaring a function, you're creating a function. Now to use that function, you are going to call that function right over here. Now if I'm saving this and I'm running this particular lines of code, you're able to see that we are getting the prompt. What is your name? Let us put up a name. Let us put up the name of um, sure, Fareem. It's great if you want to stay. We'll use Fareem's name itself right over here. FAH So we are putting a Fareem's name right over here and we are pressing enter and we are getting the message as well. We are having hi Fareem, welcome to DevTown. As simple as that. Okay, so right over here we have created a very simple function. Now what is the use of this function? Now like I said, every time a new user is coming to my website, I don't want to write these. Sometimes a function is not just 2 lines of code. Okay, sometimes a function is not just 2 lines of code. It can be 15,000 lines of code as well. Okay, it can be 20,000 lines of code as well. You don't know that. This is a very simple function that we have created to make you guys understand that. Now writing those 15,000 lines of code again and again every time you want that particular thing to happen is a completely bullshit idea, because your code base will become so big without any like reason itself. You're writing the exact same code again and again. That's the only thing that you're doing. So to avoid doing that, we create functions. And for example, I want to have two greetings. Right over here. So I just copy this particular greeting call and copy it any number of times, and that many number of times our greeting will get executed. That's so for example, if I'm copy pasting this 4 times, your greeting will get executed 4 times as well. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, great. So now let's assume that a function, okay, again, I'm going to take up a very shitty example, but again, I hope that you will be able to understand functions a lot better using these shitty examples itself. Okay, so let's assume that Tanjiro throws a party. Tanjiro is a particular person. We don't know. Let's assume Fareem. Okay, Fareem throws a party for us. He's like, I love DevTown people. We are going to have a full-on party at my house. And he has invited all of us to the party. Okay, Fareem has invited all of us to the party itself. Let's assume this is the... okay, I'm not able to find... where is my mouse? Okay, yeah. So let's assume this is Fareem's party right over here. Now we don't know what happens in Fareem's party. Okay, Fareem is a crazy guy. He has an amazing party. Like there is food of all like multi cuisine foods are there. There is like a fountain that is pouring Coca-Cola 24/7, and there's a pond that is filled up with like let's assume hamburgers or something. Like Fareem is a crazy ass party he has thrown for us. We don't know what is happening in the party itself. That is our function. We don't know what is happening inside the party. Okay, we have no clue whatsoever. Fareem is like, you are in DevTown. That is the only thing that is required from you. You can come to the party. So the only thing that is required for Fareem's party is that you should belong to DevTown's community. Okay, that is the Fareem has created that. Okay, if you are in DevTown's community, then only you can enter into the party itself. And so this is the gate for Fareem's party. Let's assume this is the gate for Fareem's party. And Fareem is like, I've set up a security guard right over here. Let me create a security guard. This is our security guard right over here, like with a black cap and everything. And he's like, if you have to check, okay, he's checking everybody like, okay, are you a subscriber to the YouTube channel? Are you into DevTown's Discord channel? Only then you can go into Fareem's party, otherwise not. Okay, so there is a checking that is going on right over here. Now, whenever you are coming to somebody's party, do you come empty-handed? Never. As Indians, like, I don't know about other countries. In other countries as well, I hope that this is a particular case. But if somebody is inviting you to a party, you never go to the party empty-handed. You always take in some gifts along with you that Fareem can use in his own life or in the party as well. We don't know what Fareem is doing in the party. Okay, the party is crazy. Like, whatever you want to just assume, you can assume right over there. Okay, if you want chocolates, there's like a chocolate house as well in the party. Okay, so Fareem has created a party. You will be going to the party with a gift that Fareem can use in the party, outside party, whatever the case is. Fareem can use that gift. Okay, so this is me. Okay, I'm coming to the party itself. And why is my one hand detached from the body? So I will just attach it. And this is the gift that I'm bringing for Fareem for the party. Okay, because Fareem is organizing a party for us. I'm bringing a gift right over here. And this gift contains something that Fareem can use inside the party itself. Now, think about it in such a way that this is a function. Okay, this is the user. This is the user right over here. User wants to use that function. So some people will come to the function empty-handed. But Fareem has made up a particular this as well, that okay, if you're coming to the party, you cannot come into the party without two gifts. You need to have two gifts to come to the party. Fareem is like, hey, dude, like, there's a lot of money that goes in organizing a party. Two gifts is the minimum requirement to come to the party as well. Okay, so it's Fareem. No issues in that. Some other guy is named Fareem. I don't know. So Fareem is like saying that, okay, we require two gifts to the party itself. So I will be coming to the party with two gifts in each of my hands. And this gift is something that Fareem will be using inside the party itself. Okay, inside the party itself. The same thing, I can have it in a function as well. The parenthesis that was there, so greeting, greeting, greeting function that we created, inside of that we had a parenthesis and then the curly braces. Inside the curly braces you had the code that you are writing right over there. Okay, you had a code that was writing right over there itself. So inside of these parentheses you have to specify your gifts that you are bringing to the party. These are the GIFTS gifts that you're bringing to the party. If right over here, the greeting function that we had created, that had no gifts inside of it. It was empty. We are not taking any gifts inside to the function itself. So for example, let us assume we want to take in our age as a gift for the party. Okay, we want to take up our age as a gift for the party itself. So in this function, I'm going to take in my age right over here. And what is your name? Hi plus name. Welcome to DevTown. Plus space. Your age is space plus age. Okay, I've attached one more sentence right over here. Hi name, welcome to DevTown, your age is age. This age is the gift that we are giving to the party itself. This age is a gift that we are giving to the party itself right over here. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. We are using this gift that we have given as a gift to the party, that we are, whenever we are entering into the greeting function itself, we have to give the age as well. Without it, this function wouldn't work. Okay, without this age, this function wouldn't work at all. So right now, whenever I'm calling the function, I have to give the function an age as well that it is able to use. Okay, I have to give the function. For example, let us assume I'm writing the age as 24. Okay, let us assume that I'm writing the age as 24 right over here. So if my age, whenever I'm calling the function, okay, I have to specify my age, because that is a requirement right over here. So now when I'm saving this and running my code, you are able to see what is your name. Okay, we are getting a prompt. Let us take up another name from right over here. So let us take up Bharti, Bharti, Bharti. Okay, let us press enter. So you're able to see, hi Bharti, welcome to DevTown. Your age is 24. Okay, your age is 24. So this 24, we are getting it from the calling. When we are calling the function, we are specifying our age 24. That is getting assigned to the age. Okay, that is getting assigned to the age itself. This is called as the parameter or the attribute of the function. Okay, parameter or the attribute of the function itself. Okay, and that is getting utilized to showcase the age along with the message. Are you guys able to understand this attribute of parameter? Please do let me know, guys. Argument of parameter. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Is everyone able to understand this concept? Please do let me know, guys. So this function requires a parameter that you have to provide it with, and that parameter you are able to utilize it within the function as well. Okay. Now, similarly, whenever you are leaving the party, okay, this is the exit gate. Okay, for the party itself, there's an exit gate as well. So this is the exit gate. Whenever you are leaving Fahim's party, okay, whenever you are leaving Fahim's party, Fahim is not a, he's a very nice guy. Okay, he's a very nice guy. He's like, whenever you are leaving my party, because you are a part of DevTown, I'm going to give you a return gift as well. I'm not going to let you guys go empty-handed. I'm going to give you guys a return gift as well. Okay, so let's try to understand this from another perspective. We have seen two particular functions up till now. Okay, the first function that we saw was the alert function. Okay, the first function that we saw was an alert function. So ALERT, alert. We specified in an parameter. So like hi, hello world. And now I have just, okay, we had a parameter inside the function, so we are giving an input as well. We were able to get like the function work, we got a notification and everything, but nothing was returned back to us for us to use. Because nothing was returned back to us, whenever we were running our alert function, let us see right over here, whenever we are running our ALERT alert function right over here, alert, let's assume 12. Okay, we are creating a particular function, alert 12. Whenever, so 12 is our parameter. 12 is the input for the party that we are giving right over here. 12 is the input for the party that we are giving right over here. As soon as I'm pressing enter, we are getting the notification, but we are getting undefined inside of the console. We are getting undefined inside of the console because nothing, this particular function alert is not returning anything back to us. On the function has been executed, it got a particular notification. It is not returning anything back to us. Okay, it's not returning anything back to us. The same thing right over here when we are using prompt. Whenever you are using prompt, what is your name? Okay, whenever you are using prompt, what is your name right over here? As soon as we are pressing enter, we are having what is your name? I'm writing my name as Shaurya right over here. So we have got the prompt. Our code is currently running. Now the user is giving his input. Okay, now the user is giving his input itself. Okay, you are having Shaurya written right over here. As soon as I'm pressing enter, you're getting Shaurya. We are not getting like undefined. We are not getting undefined. We are getting Shaurya right over here. So what we are trying to tell you guys is that this prompt function is returning back the value that the user has entered. Prompt function is returning us back the value that the user has entered. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. The prompt function is returning back the value that the user has entered. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. The prompt function is returning us back the value that the user has entered, and that you are able to get it inside the console instead of getting undefined. Okay, now what happens is when you create something like var n, okay, is equals to prompt what is your name. Okay, if you're writing something like this, okay, that is var n is equals to prompt what is your name, what is happening is prompt what is your name is going to return back the value that the user has entered. Okay, so let's assume that this is the value that the user has entered. Okay, as soon as I'm running this particular line of code, var n is equals to prompt what is your name, the prompt opens up, the person enters this particular value inside the prompt. Now that value, when it is coming back, when the function is giving it back itself, that is getting stored inside of n. Okay, that is getting stored inside of n itself. I'm not giving it to the console, I'm storing it inside of the n itself. Are you guys able to understand this? I'm not giving it to the console, I'm storing it inside of n. So now it is not going to come up to the console, it is going to get stored inside of n, and I can use it at any point of time. It is not available openly, it is getting stored inside of n. So if I'm running this particular line of code, you're able to see what is your name. Let us enter the name Bharti. Okay, you are able to see undefined on your screen. You are able to see undefined on your screen because that name got stored inside of n variable. Name got stored inside of the n variable. The same thing we can do it inside of our, we can also provide a return statement right over here. We can also provide a return statement right over here. Now to create that return statement, you just have to write return. Okay, what do you want it to return? Let's assume we want it to return our age in dog years. Okay, so calculating, I don't know how to calculate our age in dog years. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write age divided by 1.5. I don't know how to calculate my age in dog years. I'm just doing like random shit right over here. I just written age divided by 1.5. So whatever that value is, that is going to get returned back. Whenever I'm running this particular greeting function, this particular value age divided by, so whatever age that the user is giving us, okay, 24, that is going to be divided by 1.5, and that value is going to be returned back from running this greeting function. So if I'm saving this right over here, going back to my console, I'm running greeting, 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 and then I'm writing, let's say 28, and I am saving this. As soon as I'm pressing enter, what is your name? I'm putting the name as Prachi. Okay, pressing enter. So I'm getting, hi Prachi, welcome to DevTown. Your age is 28. Pressing enter, and as you're able to see, it is returning back to me 28 divided by 1.5. It is returning back to me 28 divided by 1.5. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, so right now, please take a note of it that today's attendance will be shown to you guys at 9 o'clock. Okay, it will exactly open at 9 o'clock for just 10 minutes. Today's attendance will be shown to you guys. I will be giving you the QR code at any point of time during the entire class. Okay, and it will open at 9 o'clock just for 10 minutes. Okay, it will open at 9 o'clock just for 10 minutes. So keep that in mind, guys. I'm not going to repeat it again. You guys are able to understand it, please do let me know. Okay, just write the timing in the live chat. Okay, from when to when it is going to be open, guys? From 9 o'clock to 9:10. Okay, from 9 o'clock to 9:10. If you are able to listen to me carefully, please put it up in the live chat. Okay, I will be sharing the QR code anywhere in the middle of the class. The QR code will open up, means the form will open up at 9 o'clock for just 10 minutes, so 9 to 9:10. That will be the time where you will have to fill up the QR Google form. If you're able to understand me, put it up in the live chat that, okay, I'm able to understand 9 to 9:10. This is the timing. Okay, put it up in the live chat that, okay, 9 to 9:10. This is the timing when the attendance form will be opening up. Put up a, like, if you want to put up a alarm clock, put it up an alarm clock right now itself. Do not forget about it. I won't be able to do anything if you are forgetting about it. Put up an alarm clock right now itself, guys. Okay, 9 to 9:10. Okay, 5 minutes more. I will be keeping the attendance alive, but 9 to 9:10 is the timing. Okay, set an alarm for 9 o'clock. Set up an alarm for 8:59. Set up an alarm for 8:59. Set up an alarm for 9:15. Okay, and anybody who's asking for attendance at any point of time, just ignore them. We don't know anything about attendance. See, the point being, you guys are coming to the class every single day. You guys are learning. You guys are giving efforts. That is the reason why you deserve these certificates. And these certificates are really going to help you guys out. But if somebody else who has not attended the class, who has not learned anything, who is not getting any efforts, he is also getting the exact same certificate as you, then the value of that certificate is getting depleted. That certificate does not mean shit because everybody is getting the certificates. So if you want to make sure that when you are putting this certificate in your resume, it has some value that is getting added to your resume itself. In that particular case, okay, try to understand, do not give the attendance, timing, or whatever the case is to anybody. Try to be a bit selfish just for your gains. Okay, great guys, I hope that you guys will be able to understand it as well. Thank you so much guys. So let's continue from right over here. Okay, we are done with this. We have so what have we done up till now? I have to see that. Okay, so we have learned how to take an input, for how to take in parameters. We have learned how to give a like a return statement back as well. We have seen how to create our very own function as well. So I don't think so there should be any more problems with this. Okay, I don't think so there should be any more problems in this. Please let me know. So the output that we are getting right over here, when we are reading greeting right away, greeting 28, the output is from the return statement that we have written. Return statement is whatever the age that we are specifying. Right over here, we have specified 28. Okay, we have specified age as 28 right over there. So age divided by 1.5, that is what we are getting. Okay, that is random calculations that I've done. It has nothing, no importance or something. That's just random calculation that I've done to get a random result as well, return statement itself. Okay, so don't think why I've done divided by 1.5, because that is the main thing. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know guys. Have you understood functions clearly? Please let me know. Have you understood functions clearly? Please let me know. Good. So functions is also done. The basics of JavaScript has been completed, I guess. Whatever is required for us to start with React. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you guys to React right now. We are going to start off with React from tomorrow itself. We are not going to waste any time. Okay, R-E-A-C-T, React. Let us open up theme. So this is what we are going to use. The reason for learning React is pretty simple. See, my major concern at all times whenever I'm teaching, okay, why I'm teaching React and why not Angular? Okay, what is React? I'll be coming back to that, but first I will be telling you guys why React. Okay, so the point is, any particular thing that I'm teaching or you are learning, okay, it's good that you want to learn it because you are an explorer and you would like to learn different stuff. Good, but that is not a practical mindset. Okay, when you are an engineer, when you are aiming to be an engineer, or you are an engineer, or you want to get into an engineering role itself, you have to be very statistical. Okay, very logical from your brain. Okay, listening from your heart is good, but this is not the place to do that. Okay, listen to your brain at all times. So what does the brain say? Learn only those things that are going to help you guys get a good placement. Okay, that are going to help you guys get a good placement. Now, when it comes to placements, there are some things that you need to look for. First, which particular technology has the most number of jobs available? That is, which particular technology is used the most in the entire industry. Okay, so React is being used by more than 80% of the companies. 80%, all the FAANG companies of course use it, and as well as like every single company that you dream of is using React at some format or the other. Let us just search for it. Companies that use React. Companies that use React. So let us open the first particular thing itself. Why to scroll down a bit more? Okay, so companies that use React, so Facebook, Netflix, Uber, Airbnb, New York Times, Yahoo, Dropbox, Zendex, Asana, Airbnb, Atlassian, all these big companies use React at all particular time itself. Okay, so the first thing is, because 80% of the entire industry uses React, there are more number of jobs that are available in React. The average package of React developers, not just React developers, I'm talking about MERN stack developers, which includes React, MongoDB, Node.js, Express. More number of jobs are available, and the average package are usually between 13.3 lakhs per annum. That is what we are able to get to our students. So we have a training program as well. So placements and everything, we handle it right over there. So the placements that we were able to get for almost 4,000 students, the average placements was 13.3 lakhs per annum, with the highest placement being of 48 lakhs per annum in India. So you are able to understand that there's a very high chance of getting a very good and high paying job for learning React. And React is a lot, like, has a lot more number of features than every single other like libraries that are available for the exact same purpose. Okay, it has more number of features, more number of stuff that you can do for it. If you are able to learn React properly, then you can shift to any other library very easily. If you're able to learn React, you can use any other library like in just 3 or 4 days of learning itself. That's the reason why you should start off with React. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know that why are we learning React? Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know that why are we learning React? Okay, so more number of jobs available, more number of companies using React, higher pay for React developers. So that is the reason why we are learning React itself. And the second thing is like we can shift from React to any other framework very easily, because like I said, React is like the father of all these other branches that have come out. Okay, so if you are learning React, you are actually learning all the functions for all the other libraries as well. So someday, for example, you decided, okay, I don't want to be a React developer, I want to be an Angular developer. You need to give 3 days to learn Angular, because all the concepts, all the code is exactly the same as React. So it will be easier to transform from React to Angular. If you want to become a Vue.js developer, all the concepts are majorly from React. So you just need to give 3 days to learn the syntax. You can easily transform from React to Vue.js, because the other way is not possible. From going from Angular to React is not possible, because if React has 100 features, Angular has only 20 of them, Vue has only 10 of them. So learning Vue and then going to React would be difficult, because you have to learn 90 more features. Going from Angular to React.js, you have to learn 80 more features. So that is the problem with like learning React and then learning Angular and then going towards React. That is the best part of learning React. You are learning every single thing that happens in other libraries as well. Now let us try to understand why to use React, or how to use React. What is React basically? So React is a JavaScript library for building websites. Okay, building front end websites itself. Now, what does that mean? Early on, we used to use HTML, CSS, JavaScript for creating websites. Now, what happens at that point of time? Let me open up Instagram. Okay, let me open up Instagram right over here. So as you're able to see on Instagram, there are various different stuff that are there. Okay, you are having your feed right over here. Okay, you are having this feed in the middle. As you're able to see, this is your feed right over here. Now, if you are scrolling it, okay, if you are scrolling it very fast, okay, you are scrolling it very fast, you'll be able to see at some particular point of time, it starts loading. It starts loading. Your entire website does not refreshes. Your entire website, you don't have to refresh the entire website. Only this particular part got loaded, and you got more number of posts right over here. Again, more number of posts here, it's loading more number of posts, and more number of posts are coming up right over here. It's not reloading or refreshing the entire page. Only a particular part of the page is getting like refreshed. Okay, only a particular part of the page is getting refreshed. That is the beauty of React.js, guys. Okay, I will be making you understand how that happens. Secondly, when you're getting these notification, early on when you wanted to see a notification itself, you had to refresh the entire page to see if you are getting more number of notifications. You have to refresh the entire page to see if you're getting more number of notifications. Right now, because this is based on React, okay, components, these are called as. So each of these components is able, each of these, so for example, this particular symbol of messages, okay, this particular symbol of heart is able to talk to the backend individually. Early on, the entire page itself had to talk with the backend. So you had to refresh the entire page to check if you had more number of messages or more number of notifications. You had to refresh the entire page to see if you had more number of posts as well. Okay, more number of posts as well. Because right now, each of these symbols, each of these things that are there on your, so for example, this entire feed, okay, this entire feed is itself a one component itself, is itself just one component. So it is able to talk to the backend directly without the interference of everything. And whenever some kind of changes happen, okay, it just gets an update from the backend, and it updates just that particular, it refreshes this component itself, not the entire page. Okay, it does not refreshes the entire page itself, it refreshes this small particular component only, not the entire page. Are you guys able to understand this? That is the reason why you are able to get these notifications. For example, if you're going to Airbnb, if you're going or using Airbnb at any point of time, let me so this is Airbnb. Hey, this is nice, man. Nice. This house is amazing. I liked it. Okay, so like I was saying, okay, as you're able to see each of these cards, okay, each of these cards that you are able to see on your screen itself, there's some repeatedness in these cards. Okay, there are some repeatedness in these cards. Each of these cards have these carousel of photos, as you're able to see. Okay, these carousel of photos, there's a small heart on top of each of these images that you can like. Okay, that okay, I like this particular property, and then the name. Okay, this is in Greater Noida, India. It is 38 kilometers away. It is 18 kilometers away. This is 34 kilometers away. From when to when is it available right now? What is the cost per night? And so on and so forth. So it is giving you guys some information right over here, some information, and that is getting repeated. So early on, when you were using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you had to create each of these cards individually. You had to create each of these cards individually, just like using functions. Okay, before using functions, you had to write the same code again and again and again to create all these cards. Okay, but with the incoming of functions itself, with the coming in of functions itself, what happened was you compiled those code into a function, and every time you wanted to use that code, you just called that function itself. The same thing goes on with components. Components also will create one card with its own HTML, with its own CSS. That component, okay, will create a own CSS, this card with its own CSS, own HTML, own JavaScript. And then instead of creating cards individually, instead of writing that code again and again, it will just call that component. It will just use that component. So once that component has been created, you will be able to reuse that component as many number of times, just like a function. Okay, all this we are going to see from a very hands-on practical standpoint itself from tomorrow's class. This is just a understanding. I'm just trying to give you a bit of like a taste of what is going to come. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Nice. Are you guys able to understand like what I'm trying to give you a feel for this? Okay, a little bit of feel for this itself. Okay, it's not that you are able to understand it everything right now. Of course, from tomorrow onwards, you are going to see this from a practical standpoint, and you will be able to get a lot more understanding about the topic. But right now, are you able to get a feel for React? Like, okay, man, this is amazing. This is interesting. Everybody is using it. I am also going to use it. Let's start learning this. Okay, are you guys getting that excitement itself? Okay, that is the main like thing that I want from you guys. Okay, that excitement that yes, I'm going to learn this. There are some pretty great spots, man. Okay, good. After this particular class, I'm going to explore a bit more. But yeah. India, there are not a lot of things, but yeah, no issues. Okay, so are you guys able to like get a feel? That's great. Okay, so the same thing will be continuing for it from tomorrow onwards as well. Right now, I'm going to give you guys your attendance QR code. You guys know when and how the QR code is going to work. I'm going to write the question for today's class, guys. Give me a minute. I'm going to create the question for today's class, guys. Please give me a minute, guys. So auto display capture, I will be switching it off. We're creating the question for today's class. Responses have closed. Great. And I need to create the question. Okay, the question has been created. Fonts are closed. Send link, shorten, copy, var, paste, paste, download, day, C, A, download. So yeah, I have to showcase the video as well. Okay, so you guys will be able to see the QR code on your screen, guys. Okay, you are able to see the like QR code on your screen itself, and yeah, that would be it. Okay, so we'll be meeting tomorrow at the same time, guys, 7:30, and we'll be continuing off with the class itself. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys.